morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the After Hours podcast. And today we are going. Brill Crew is here for the drama because I'm here joined by two of the great Brill Crew members here. So
I got
we have here AJ, and then we have here
Jess.
your name? Che.
This guy here.
So, introduce yourself, guys. What do you do here, AJ? Jet.
Oh, you first. What? I get me first. Okay. I'm Jean Aguilar, but you can call me Jet, and I'm the administrative assistant here in Brill Creations, and I'm everywhere here.
He's also the resident model.
Yeah. Yeah. I work part-time here as a model.
Yes. And AJ.
Hi guys, I'm Aline, but they call me AJ here.
Sometimes Ali.
Yeah, sometimes Ali, but apparently there's someone else here who's named Ali, so they might mix up both of us, so that's why they call me AJ. And I'm currently the social media executive here at BRILL Creations. Hi guys.
So basically, the reason why I invited them here is because as you may have seen or may have heard in our previous podcast, always guys doing the podcast. So we want to do something a little bit different because the topic for today is actually something that is very close and dear to all of us.
Really?
Because no, because we have filmmaking companies. It should. That's why. Rap me out to the people, guys. Come on. So no, because A24 Films, if you haven't heard of them, they're very what do you call this? They're like a role model to all of us here because we really love their films. They're actually releasing a new movie this year. It's called Past Lives. If you haven't seen it yet, you can check it out later after the podcast. But the thing about this is, I think this is one of the. I guess you guys have seen the trailer, right?
Yeah.
So,
Showed it to us. That's why I've seen it.
but the thing about this is, this is something that I haven't seen in a long time. Speaking of which is romance films actually done right. We're used to watching drama and all that, but nothing quite compares to actually a good written drama. So my hot take here is I don't like drama I don't like drama that has a happy endings. Okay, just because I don't like it. So I think this is the reason why I like this upcoming Past Lives. What do you say to that? Do you like happy endings or no?
Well, for me, I'm not really particular of the endings of romance films in general. Yeah, but I'm more of I want the story to be a realistic time of
The thing is, it's not realistic though.
Yeah. Happy endings sometimes not realistic.
yeah.
Because when you think about it, okay, boy meets girl, girl meets boy,
And then
and then after that is going to be like a happily ever after ending. What most people don't realize is after that happily ever after, there will be challenges up ahead.
Yeah, so for the honeymoon phase.
Yes, yeah, they always ended there, like in the honeymoon phase. Okay,
they don't show the after.
Yeah, that
and they don't show it.
They don't show.
And plus, I believe because we live in the modern times, we need representation, guys. You need single heartbroken people to be represented. So, no, basically, it's like that. And the thing that I look forward is okay. You see, when you write a drama, particularly a romance movie, it's not like a horror. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it's not like an action film where you have a lot of elements to work at. You have the CGI, you have the scare factor. But when you write romance and drama, you're just basically basing it off the script. You're just basing it off the screenplay. So to me, if if a drama doesn't work or a romance film doesn't work, you only have to blame one thing or maybe two things, which is the way it was written in the first place.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
and what are the things that to you guys? Because I mean, I'm not trying to be shit. I might be cancelled for that because you guys are girls. That's what I'm trying to say. Because romance has a different impact on you guys. But what are the things that you hate in the current what do you call this, or in the past romance films that have been released? Because
For me, the rich girl and the poor girl, that one. I really hate that. I love romance, but
that's a typical Romeo and Juliet.
yeah, I don't like it. If I see it like in the trailer, if I see it like that, I will not watch it.
It's overused.
Yeah, and I think the problem also with that is, I mean, that kind of trope, wouldn't you agree? It's one of those tropes that actually did a lot of bad things for a lot of people as well.
That's
I mean, the fetishization of Asian women, for example,
Yeah.
in the movie industry. So because of the imbalance, it's the white guy falling for an Asian woman, or this is an Asian guy who's falling for a.
I mean, I think it have like a big impact for people standard. Like
Yeah.
too much. Like if they see this movie, like they will their standard will change, and then it will go higher. Then it's not really the the
Then the
realistic standard, because we're not perfect. It's I don't like it.
Yeah, I agree with her. I also don't like that. But it's kind of related to what I don't want, which is the manic pixie dream. Like I hate those love stories wherein it's like it's up to the girl to like
Yeah.
brighten the life of the guy.
Like I'm not
Like saves the guy or something. Like wanting so much responsibility.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I loved those kind of movies. But as you grow older, I mean, this is when we talk about when boys become men. If you still fall for that trap of that manic pixie dream girl kind of stuff, I think you haven't matured yet as a guy. Because I also hate that. No, looking back at it, no,
Yeah, like just because you're excited about someone doesn't mean that
yeah.
you love that, or like they're worth pursuing.
Yeah, and plus it's for me it's lazy writing. The moment they introduce that kind of trope, because like okay, you have this boring character guy, and then you have this very interesting, very what do you call this? Very aloof kind of girl who will meet, and then suddenly this guy will realize,
Yeah, and then
sing out.
all the music plays.
Yeah, also missing plays and what. I think I think when we talk about that, it's hard not to put the 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That because they are the. Yeah, I don't hate that. It's just that it produced. Okay, the Manic Pixie Dream Girl already. We all know it already existed way before 500 Days of Summer, but it was that particular movie that actually put it in the mainstream. It's that kind of movie that when you say Manic Pixie Dream Girl, you would automatically link it to that movie. And the thing that I don't like about that, which is not the movie per se, but the viewers, is that it divided a generation basically. Because you're divided into whose fault is it? Is it the fault of Summer, or is it the fault of the guy?
Yeah.
So we grew up in a generation where even when I was in high school, we always had that kind of debate. That, no, it was Summer's fault. No, it's not Summer's fault.
What about you, Red? What do you think?
Yeah.
No, it's not Summer's fault. It's not summer's fault.
Yeah,
Like,
for
right-
me also not summer because in the first place she already told that
Yeah,
only friends.
that's it.
But I think with the benefits, benefits.
Yeah, but the thing about that though, I mean, the friends with benefits aside, is that I guess the Gordon Levitt's character in 500 Days of Summer was written to be okay. Here's the thing that I hate. Okay, Gordon Levitt's character was actually written perfectly compared to how they written Summer,
So,
because it pegs Summer as like a two-dimensional character. Okay, that the only good thing that she is that she's very cool, she's very pretty, she's very aloof. That's it. Which I don't like that, because you're not showing the character properly. And I think yeah.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose too.
Yeah,
Because I think the film in general is like on the perspective of what's the name of it?
I forgot his character, but
yeah,
Gordon Levitt's character.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Gordon was its character.
I only know summer.
I think that's why like the lens that they did the film on is not what do you call it? There's a term for that wherein the narrator knows everything. They didn't use that
Yeah, that's
narration. It's like they made it in purpose in his perspective that he only sees, summer in rose-colored glasses.
yes.
That's yeah. I think it was on purpose.
Which is also the problem with that kind of trope, not just in that kind of movie, but the manic pixie dream girl trope when they're writing, is that long story short, they're writing a particular character in very one-dimensional space. It's like you're putting the character on a pedestal. Not one example of this is Scott Pilgrim. I love Scott Pilgrim, but the way they wrote Ramona Flowers, it's for me it's very one-dimensional.
Have you watched it?
I believe so.
Yeah, because because I haven't.
Parents, yeah.
And what are the tropes that for you guys you love seeing in a romantic movie?
Can you go first because I think
I'm also thinking.
no.
What trope?
As for me, I don't have like a specific. Yeah, as long as there's a good storyline and then character development.
Yeah, I have, but it's not really a name. There's no name for this trope, but I really like it when it's just two common people, like common common woman. Like, yeah, because my favorite film in romance of all time is the Before trilogy, but my favorite one is Before Sunset. And what I loved about that is the authenticity of both characters. Like they just literally met in one place, talked for hours, found a connection, because that's how it works.
In the mood for love.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and for me also the kind of trope that I like is those who reconnect. I guess there's no term for that, but they reconnect after a long time.
Yeah,
But they don't end up together.
Before Sunset.
I don't like it. But
Like this one,
it's like
score with Spanish. I think it will be like that. It will be like whereas it's like this
past lives.
Yeah,
Because I don't
I
like
can
it.
feel it.
We had this debate before, right?
Yeah.
I think a couple of days ago we had this debate. I think she was the one asking, what if that happens to you in the future? What are you going?
Well, yeah, I ask you. I think I asked both of you that
Yeah.
if, but ever you will meet your first love and then will you accept it or
Yeah.
I already told her yesterday, right? We were talking here because there's a term for that actually. The one who got away. And the problem is most people think they romanticize that thing, and especially in movies, they romanticize that thing. Oh, yeah, one that got
definitely.
That's a
yeah,
The
yeah, and then they're
I don't like it.
and then they're going to end up together. I mean, what part of got away don't you understand? It got away. Why are we trying to force it?
Or like hope.
Yeah, it's the nipple thing, which is the reason why I like movies like Eternal Sunshine. When and I guess Eternal Sunshine is different when we talk about I don't know, Blue Valentine or A Marriage Story, because those deal with actual, they're past the honeymoon stage, especially the Marriage Story. They're past the honeymoon stage. They're showing you the reality of marriage and stuff. But the thing that I like with the kind of movies like Eternal Sunshine is it's when you think about it, it's not really about the romance. It's more about the philosophy of love itself. Because said in Eternal Sunshine, they both wanted to forget each other, which in the long run only made it worse for the both of them, right? And the representation, I believe, right now, we are moving, and thank you again for Korean films for doing this, because now we are we are representing a lot of people right now, in the way of movies, unlike before where okay, white boy and a white girl meet, that's it, or we have some movies like the Bronx Tale before, where a white guy falls for a black girl, and then now we have a diversity of opinions, and now more and more what do you call this, directors are being discovered, and but the thing is this: if I were going to ask you right now, do you have this one romance film from I don't know, the 90s, the early 2000s, this your guilty pleasure? It's bad, but you just love watching it.
For me, I really like a walk to the like if I ever like feel like I want to cry, like I will watch it.
See, that's your guilty pleasure. Like,
Yes.
I thought Twilight. Well, I thought you like
They watch me because of my height. They don't
I guess it's bad. The way the piece. Look,
or I think I can finally like the actor.
remember the baby?
Robert Pattinson. I only like the actor, but
I'll never forget that baby in Twilight.
yeah, that's the worst part.
Awful.
Yeah, then
And then
it's obvious, very obvious that it's like what do you call this, CGI? Is it
no,
CGI?
thing is, it's not even CGI. It was just mass. Then just mass. Okay, let's take the baby's face and that on the spot. That is.
But we're going. You know what? We're going to get cancelled by Twilight fans.
No, I mean Twilight is so 2000s. I mean they grew up. Even the fans of Twilight.
Yeah,
Now they realize.
that's why I like it.
How about you? What's your like guilty pleasure when it comes to romance films?
yeah, for me, it's 27 Dresses for some reason.
I'm watching that.
So many.
What's the story? What's the
27 Dresses is it's about this girl who has a crush on her boss, but her boss fell for her sister, and so she's like, she
Happy ending or no?
she didn't end up with the boss. Ended up with someone else.
So yeah.
I'll watch that.
So
Yeah, I watch it because for the fashion, the romance. Yeah,
It needs to, and I hate this movie with all my heart, but I love it at the same time. It's The Breakfast Club.
oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna divide a lot of people with because I really like Molly Ringwald. I mean, she's my ultimate crush. But the way they wrote The Breakfast Club, I mean, I like it. It's about the chemistry of the people, but the romance undertones of Breakfast Club, I don't like it because it's forced proximity. Okay, you got locked into the detention for a day, and then somehow you guys fell for each other. So yeah, but I like watching it though because it's nostalgic, even though I didn't live during that era, because it reminds you of high school, and we all know the feeling of if I don't know, having a crush or falling in love in high school is quite different than when you grow up. You know? So, and to you guys, when you're watching a movie, okay, and which one is more important to you? The fact that you can relate to it, or the fact that it was properly written? Because obviously you cannot.
Both for me.
For me, properly written.
Properly written.
For me, both.
I like movies that give me like a fresh perspective on things.
And okay, because they've been making fun of me because I like tragic movies. Yeah, for days now they've been pointing that out.
Yeah.
The thing is, tragic romance movies for me is much better because
It's realistic.
no, it's not realistic because it's not all the time.
Yeah, not all
Okay.
the times.
Not all the time.
There are some people don't.
You're gonna see that, but the thing is, the way the writers do it, if it's, I don't know why, but it's much easier to write a happy ending movie.
Yeah.
You get,
Of course.
you can just end it and note that okay, they live happily ever after.
No.
That's it. Credits roll.
Like Disney movies.
Yeah, it's like a Disney movie.
Like Disney movies.
So
It's like they end up together, then let's just grab the details.
you know, a lot of things doesn't make sense, but still they end up together. It's like the prince, and then he kissed a sleeping girl, but somehow they still end up together. Like, bro, that's assault.
Yeah, that's like, and it just said, if I was just in the president that you were just in her sleep. And then they got
If I was a sleeping girl, I would be mad.
Yeah,
exactly.
Already asleep.
yeah, but the thing is, though, tragic movies, tragic romance movies, it's way more. For me, I think it's way more difficult to write.
Yeah.
Because you have to really think about the dialogue. We all know the dialogue in a marriage story.
Yes.
Particular scene.
That
How they written it from script to screen.
so heavy for me that
So heavy and their performance.
I have not watched this film, but I have seen that scene.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just
very heavy.
I was just moving. It's one of those scenes that especially when you watch the script, the screen,
Yeah,
they roll.
I think it's viral, right? That one.
Yeah, it's gone viral because of
Viral.
how beautiful they executed that performance. And yeah, to me, I like watching it. It's not because I relate to.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, we know.
You know, of course we can relate to it, but the way it was written is like okay. Because have you ever seen two people like married or
Yeah.
in a relationship having a fight?
Yeah.
Like you just want to grab your phone and just record it because this is fucking cinema, you know? This is cinema unfolding. But right now, okay, let's go back to this. K-pop drama. K-drama. Sorry. Because I don't watch Korean drama, but
There's a different
okay, now give me guys your insight because I don't watch K-drama. But what is good about it?
Laughing, I'm so.
I think that because I'm always watching K-drama, so there's a movie or series. Which one you want?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. For the series, sometimes it's unrealistic, but the story, like what do you call this? It's okay not to be gay. For example, have you watched it? Yeah. It's about like mental health and like also you have a brother, right? Like
Yeah.
what's the main lead name? Go what?
Mungangte.
Nonggante. Yeah.
Sangte.
Yeah.
So, what in particular did you like?
The I think the ending.
But what is it so good about it? I'm sorry because
No, because they talk about mental health and the girl that the lead, like
She was diagnosed with
what I'm not sure because it's been a long very long time. But
falls that when you're
is that bipolar?
No, it's not
Not
like it's where it's
depression.
that's where you can't empathize with the person. What do you call
Antisocial,
No,
Yeah, I think.
but close to that.
Yeah,
bipolar, apathy. Because when you can empathize with someone, it's apathy. So
apathy.
apathetic.
She's antisocial also because
But a little bit more extreme.
And then, so
Yeah, that's the girl, and then the guy is a caretaker, right?
and she and that guy girl and trauma. That guy have again. When they both have trauma, you know, like
That's why
they met, then they work with their.
happy ending or no?
It's a happy ending actually.
Yeah, but it was a complex
Yeah.
journey going there. So the guy is
The brother one.
yeah. He's a caretaker, but he has a sibling who has special needs. Yeah, autism, and then the girl is someone who is. I know, like there's a condition for that, a bit more extreme than antisocial, and then that girl sees that guy, and because of her condition, she becomes so fixated on that guy. She would do anything to get that guy, even if it means harming, right? Harming the brother or what. And
Compare with first there that they're fighting the brother, and
they were fighting. That's why
Yeah, I would definitely check that out.
yeah,
What's the name of it?
it's okay not to be okay.
the title itself.
But
Okay, the reason why I don't watch K drama, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because of that that scene thing. Because I watched K drama before when I was in high school. I told you I'd seen a lot of Korean, the old ones. But the thing is, we always go back to this kind of I don't think it's a problem, but it's affecting the society as well. The one you told earlier is setting unrealistic, expectations for.
I think if it's like real, if it's real, I think they will not end up together because they're both broken.
yeah,
If they
Yeah,
like,
that's
if
the-
they were, they meet again, and then it will just they will get broken more.
Plus, it's because my mom, she likes watching K dramas. So there would be times where she would watch it on the telly, and I'll be there, just sort of watching with her. It's the same old thing. That's the thing that you know. Okay, it's the same old thing. There's a slow-mo shot in the rain. Someone
Looks like
that's like a shot.
the girl falls down, the guy catches.
Yeah, from a half a dozen angles. It's like, so for me, it's just people. Yeah, that's the thing that's keeping me from actually becoming a fan. But I'm not saying that all K drama are bad. Of course, there are some true gems in K drama. I just don't like.
But now in K drama, I think they're like now they're normalizing like tragic.
For me, my only objection with that, my only gripe with K drama is the way, the story writing. That's it. Okay, fine, cinematography, VFX, they're good. Okay, whatever.
10 out of 10.
But everyone can do that. Not everyone can write. So that's my only gripe with it. So sometimes the quality suffers when you pump out way too many, movies and series all the time. But I'm not saying all of them are bad. Of course, there are some true gems in the K drama sphere. So let's go now to the topic really of this podcast. As in not a topic, but how we even got here is because of A24 Films' past lives. So if you haven't seen the trailer yet, go check it out.
Yes, check.
Yeah, it's very good. And to A24, if you could sponsor us, please. Please. We will promote your movies. Like,
We will promote your
seriously.
anywhere.
This is your model as well.
Just because they're Koreans,
So just to wrap this up. Happy endings or no? Necessary or no?
Not necessary for
yeah.
Not necessary. But how do you think? Okay, if we pump up, is of course I don't want to see a world where all romance movies are going to just have tragic endings because, well, no one's ever no one's gonna try to go into a relationship if that's the case. Like just imagine.
She will get traumatized.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine if we just make all tragic movies. I mean,
I wouldn't want to.
no one would want to be in a relationship anymore if that was the case. But my point is, I want to see, at least for me, I want to see better story writing. The way they write stories and movies, not those cheesy, cringy lines. Yeah, like you get my point, right?
Yeah.
It's when they write some cheesy stuff in movies, it feels good because you're in the moment. But after that, when you look back 2 years from now, when you look back, that was script. That was no one wants. Yeah. So yeah, and for me, it's also I guess to help also the viewers to not set their expectations unrealistically.
Their expectation.
No, not lessen your expectation. I mean, that's not. I don't think that's a good term. Have some expectations, but be realistic about it.
Yeah.
Like don't lower your expectations for anything. But I mean, ground yourself. Touch some grass. That's what this- Touch some grass, man. So and yeah, looking forward. I'd like to see more of that. So, guys, if do you have anything more, by the way, to add?
Well, for tragic films, I think the beauty in that is that they also make you reflect more
Yeah,
versus happy endings where it's like, oh, okay, they ended up together, yay, yeah. But in tragic films, it's like, why didn't they end up together? And then we try to like deconstruct the whole
yeah, exactly.
relationship dynamics, the story. Yeah, so I agree with you with that. It should be balanced. Like we need films that are happy to remind us that there's hope, there's joy, there's romance, but we also need
A reality check.
reality.
Like, guys, this is what's happening.
Yeah, and besides from a reality check, the beauty in those tragic films is that, or tragic romance films, is that it tackles topics that we don't normally discuss.
Yes.
Like, for example, a marriage story, like what we were talking about earlier. People always say, "Oh, marriage is fun." Yeah, or like that, but no one talks about those.
They always see the husband.
Yes, and that's also one of the things is, I mean, we can blame the romantics for this, the romantic movement for this one, because before the romantics, they were not talking about these kind of things. Before the romantics, the Greeks, for example, they had a different view on how to approach a relationship. It's not about this. Um, I guess the famous example is Romeo and Juliet. That is the ultimate romantic guidebook of how they view love and relationship. That's how they view it. But in real life, the ancient Greeks, the people before the romantics, they viewed love more realistically, like the ones in the marriage story. That these are the things that actually happen. I hear there was this one author, Alain de Botton. Yeah, Alain de Botton. He had a speech and he had a talk in Sydney, Australia, with regards to this, how the romantics view skewed our perception on romanticism, and it permeated in everything, in music and movies and books as well. And he was pointing out that um, the romantics are very good at everything except when they talk about laundry. And what he meant by that was, when you're in love, for a romantic, no one's talking about the real stuff that happens when you are actually in a relationship, like doing the laundry, like when you have a partner and so they see you put the towel on the floor in the why did you put the towel on the floor or something like that. Oh no, it's just something that I do, and then it will spark a debate. Those are true things that happen, but the romantics don't. They don't talk about those kind of things. And I guess those are the kind of things that we want to see in the movies. I mean, not the unnecessary things, but you know, show us the real face of relationships, so as not to set the younger generations to expect, like, they're expecting the Disney approach, the relationship. Because that's the problem that we have today.
It's our generation.
Yeah, they look yeah, exactly. They look at it almost like
We are all thinking we can have the Prince Charming also.
yes, exactly, and that the boys are going to meet
Like Belle, though.
the girls in the younger girls, they're growing up thinking that they're going to meet the Prince Charming, and then the little boys are growing up thinking that they're going up the boys are growing up thinking that they're going to find that that little weak princess that somehow they have to save or something. So did you get what I'm saying right now? It's not setting up the real stuff. That's why we like movies like this, especially when it dives to the real stuff, the things that actually happen. You know. So guys, thank you very much for being here with me in this podcast. I hope that we have some future episodes as well. Let's talk about something else next time, maybe in the music or something. But again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, if you're listening or you're watching in YouTube, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, check us out on Spotify podcasts and Apple Podcasts if you like this. And if you want to support us, please just like, comment, and subscribe to our channel
Subscribe button.
here, somewhere here.
Somewhere you get a little
So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Until the next episode,
Yeah.
After Hours podcast. Thank you. Have a good.
Bye guys.